Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Dalia and welcome to my Autumn Island coffee bean. Today, as the title of the video says, we are doing another speed build, a continuation of one I did a little while ago. We are making the second part of my neighborhood. I am so excited. So let's get started with today's video. Get yourself a snack, something to drink, make sure you're staying hydrated, make sure you're comfy, and I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, don't forget to leave a like on the video, it helps me out so much, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I make videos like this, I make villager hunts, I do tons of speed builds, and I have 2 islands that I'm currently working on. So without further ado, let's begin. We are going to be decorating where my villager is currently standing at the top, like center of the map, right next to the secret beach. I'm going to be working on 3 villagers' houses today. We're going to be doing Kiki's house, Molly's house, and Bill's. That will be about half my villagers' homes completed. We're going to be doing this entirely big space. I did already complete kind of like the road with the diagonal road pathing going on here, as you can see. And yeah, I will start by saying that this villager neighborhood build was incredibly complicated. It took me like 3 separate days of working on it, just because I kept getting frustrated with what I was building and kept like just leaving it. I built this big cliff up, which I will eventually be decorating on, but I just didn't include this part of the video of the building today. But I just wanted to build this giant cliff to kind of like start as like a starting point for where like the second point of this video is going to be, like the next build coming up. And then I'm building up this area here, which is to just the right of my farm where my own villager's house is. And I'm going to be just including one house on the second tier, and then I'm going to have Molly's and Kiki's on the first level. It is this entire build was so stressful. Like, I sound ridiculous as I'm saying this, but like I just kept getting so frustrated with the layout, and I wanted to make sure that everything worked out and looked proper. So started planning the inclines down. The one I'm placing down first, this log one, I actually move one space over later on in the build, and then I place another log one on the opposite side. And this is going to be the only 2 inclines I used for this video. I really like the way that they look. Like I said, I do move the one that's on the top right, but overall I think it looks really nice. I think this log staircase is the only type of log, or the only type of staircase I'm going to be using for this island. I just like how natural it looks. So yeah, then I placed down some dirt pathing. I'm continuing the dirt road that I made for Shep and Bones' little villager home area. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave it linked in the description and on the top right hand corner in the card if you would like to check it out. So yeah, that's why Shep is hanging out, because his house is just right behind this area. And yeah, then I started placing down the villagers' homes. I did change all their exteriors, which you will see throughout the video. And I try to make them all look kind of the same thing I did with Shep and Bones' houses. They look a little bit different, but they're also still kind of similar. I made Molly and Bill's houses look more similar than Kiki's, just because Kiki's is by herself, more towards the left, closer to Shep's and Bones's. But nonetheless, I just quickly had to do a little bit of editing with all the cliffs to make sure everything fit. And then yeah, then I placed all their houses down. I really like the way that their houses look. I might change them in the future, but I'm actually quite pleased. I made sure they were like really rustic looking, kind of give it that like really warm tone. You'll see when you see it. Please ignore Rhonda. She is a new villager living on the island. If you remember from the 10-minute villager hunt challenge I just recently did, but we're not going to pay her any mind. She doesn't exist. My idea is to amiibo her out. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but that is what's happening there. You will see a lot of pathing that I placed down off camera, just because I was trying to get a feel of how I wanted the pathing to look. That entire area to the top left of Molly's house gets completely moved, and I actually turned it into a pumpkin farm. But I placed down some like wooden planks. I think they look super cute. I do this in front of Bill's house as well. I like this planking because it's very versatile. You can just use it as kind of like small little plank paths, or you can use it as a deck because it's wide enough. And there's actually 3 pieces to this this pathing. Please ignore Rhonda in the back. I know she's super cute with her singing, but no. Yeah, so this whole build is just, it's all over the place. Like, you'll see items placed down one minute, they'll be gone the next, or you'll see huge sections like that were built that are gone. Going back and editing this, like the amount of footage I had to scrap because I changed an area so much is just, there's a lot. And I did a lot of stuff off camera towards the end because I kept changing my mind. So just be mindful of that while you're watching this. It's a little messy, I apologize. A lot of my builds are very messy though, so I figure at this point you kind of expect that from me. I'm never organized. So yeah, then I'm just placing some dirt pathing. I should probably talk about what I'm doing on the screen. Love this dirt pathing, it's always my go-to. I have basically 2 pathings on this island. I have my more structured one, which is like the brick one, and then the dirt one. And I love the dirt one because it lets me be more, I don't know, gives me more freedom with how I place the pathing down. But I wanted more structure, so that's why I chose to use the brick one. So I'm trying to use the brick one more because I haven't used it a ton on this island so far. So the rest of this island is going to be a mix between farm elements and then just lots and lots of diagonal streets, which is the main reason I got this pathing for this island, because I wanted to do tons of diagonal streets, which is what this build was for. And yeah, so now I'm placing some trees down, just running around and planting them. I of course do stunt them throughout the build and have them grown in at like different heights, and just placing this tree back after it disappearing after I grew or planted Molly's house, sure. And then yeah, I'm gonna stop talking for a bit because I'm honestly just decorating at this point. I'll be back to talk to you guys in a little bit about what we're going to be doing for the next stage of the build. Just wanted to quickly come on here and mention that this little piece of dirt that I was placing down was originally going to be a pumpkin patch, but I decided to make a bigger pumpkin patch to the left of Molly's house, as I was mentioning before. And that little patch of dirt, I decided to make a little flower bed later on. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly mention why I was originally putting that dirt place down, but yeah, I changed my mind and made a little flower bed and then gave Molly her own pumpkin patch instead. So I stopped building to record because I saw that Molly and Kiki were talking, but then Molly said something and then Kiki got mad. So of course I had to like quickly go over and like see what the drama was, like what happened. So I just quickly talked to Kiki to see what happened, and it turns out that Molly spoiled a book for her. And I'm completely on Kiki's side. Like, obviously Molly didn't mean to do it, but I understand where Kiki's coming from, because if someone spoils a book that I'm really excited for, it literally breaks my heart. Like, the problem, I'm actually just recently started getting back into reading. One of the reasons I've actually not posted a video this week for the last few days is because I've been so focused on reading in my free time and I'm not at work. So I understand when someone spoils a book that you're like really into, because that can break your heart. Like, I can't. That's why I always try really hard to avoid spoilers, but TikTok especially, like my For You page, has this ability to ruin any book plot that I'm interested in reading. Even if I hadn't started reading the book yet, like if I just am thinking about picking the book up, suddenly I've seen a TikTok video where someone is like spoiling a major part of the video, which is like, or a major part of the book, which is not nice. It's not nice. You don't spoil a book for someone. Yeah, I've gotten huge into reading lately, especially romance, fantasy, some contemporary. If you have recommendations for any book series, leave them down below. I have a huge reading list right now, but I'm always willing to add more to the list, so feel free to comment them down below. So yeah, I'm decorating on the screen. There's nothing really to mention. I'm decorating. I think at this point I'm basically done Kiki's house. I'm just placing down furniture, and then I moved on to Bill's. I didn't know quite to do with Bill's house because it's really small, like the area that I had, so I gave him like a cute little like sitting area and like a barbecue because I thought that'd be really cute. And yeah, I just kind of gave him like this green kind of palette with like the furniture items I went with. Yeah, okay, I will see you guys shortly. Now this area here, I wasn't even originally going to decorate or even focus on remotely for this video, but because I ended up extending the cliff so far back to decorate for Bill's house, I just decided to do a dirt path all the way around it just to connect to the area where my house is by the farm. The area to the left or to the right of this building that I made for near the secret beach, like this area right here, I don't touch at all in this video. I think I'm just gonna end up creating a bunch of fake buildings or something like that using the gazebos, but I just didn't feel like decorating it for this build. So yeah, you can just account that for laziness and for feeling like really tired of this build by the end of the video. I spent so much time on it that I just didn't feel like decorating that area, but I'm gonna get back to it in another build very soon, I promise you. So here I am, just quickly replacing the incline. And by quickly, I mean I had to time travel 2 days to demolish it and then build the new one. So then I just started decorating directly behind the incline. I just kind of connected this area to my farm and then placed down some silos and other random items that kind of worked with like the whole farm area. I actually think this area is really cute. I love using the silos because it gives the area a lot of height and verticality. Once again, using these wooden planks, just because it filled in the space really nicely, and it kind of indicates to people that you can walk in this direction, because if you didn't have anything on the ground, it kind of like is a little bit more like unclear. Like obviously I could have done the dirt pathing, but I like including different pathings in my build. I think it adds more to the space than just having one continuous pathing. So yeah, that's what I did. I just spent the rest of the video placing down more items, finally learning to use the fire hydrant items and the street lamps, because I never know what to place on streets. Like I've never done cities for my build, so learning how to decorate cities has been really interesting for me. And then yeah, I just planted a bunch of flowers around the area and some weeds and some additional codes and things. So I will leave you guys here, and I will see you towards the end of the video for the final wrap-up. Alright, we are officially wrapped up and finished with today's build. Like I mentioned, I decorated a lot off camera, so it's gonna look a little different than when you guys just saw it a few moments ago. But I hope that you enjoy nonetheless, so let's go see the final product. Alright, that was everything for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, despite the chaos and how disorganized this build was. I'm still insanely happy with the way that it turned out, and I hope that you enjoyed as well. If you did, don't forget to leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos I make. I will be back with another build on this island later this week, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!